Today we've got the flight review on the FMS Yak 130 70mm. Pretty simple bird, 6-channel setup, and doesn't have the navigation lights, which most of the time you don't get on a 70mm. However, these are smaller planes, so you fly them in a smaller area than you would some of the larger birds. That being said, you want to reduce the weight so you can, not have to be on a throttle all the time and zipping through the sky, because being a smaller bird, it does get smaller quicker. Show you the battery placement and equipment we're using for today. We've got a Roaring Top 6S 3300 45C pack. We've got a lemon receiver, which is tucked in the back, and then we've got our KCRC performance analyzer. I pushed the battery about half an inch behind this little lip right here. So look up the specs on the weight of the battery, and if you have a battery similar to that, that'll be close to where you want to put your battery. If you've got a battery that is quite a bit of difference in weight, then you're going to have to CG it with the battery that you choose. On the CG, we went by the manual, pretty close. Moved the battery around a little bit, couldn't tell that much of a difference, so go with the factory recommendation on the CG for this bird. This does have a trailing link suspension, so it has nice suspension for if you have a little rough landing, or if you come in and you have a firm touchdown. We'll go ahead and take this Yak 130 up and then bring it down and do a post-flight review. Taking off. A little bit of back pressure. Gear up in the sky. Gear up. Split ass. Do another one. Good vertical for 70. Check. Half Cuban. I'm gonna bring it around and do a slow pass. The Aileron roll. Came out a little quick. You want to get her in this turn. You got to go out over the front one, or the field. A little Emmelman. Power off right here and just let it glide around. Add the power back. A little bit of snap roll up there. Keep it close so you can get that little bird. You can get real small quick. Half Cuban. Alright, now we're going to do a gear check and go ahead and bring it in. Anchor all down. Landing. Power off right now. Roll down the runway. Go ahead and put the flaps up. Now we've got the Yak 130 back on the ground. Talk about the flight characteristics. Smooth bird in the sky. We didn't have the gyro activated for this flight and didn't have much wing rock once we went down quite a bit in batteries. I've tried some heavier 4000s, lighter 4000s, all the way down to the 3300s and the 6S 3300 roaring top. The weight on those is where you want to be because it's going to give you a lot better stability. Your landings are going to come in smoother because it doesn't want to sink down like it did with the heavier batteries. Let's take a look at the battery and see where we're at on flight time. We had a 3-minute and 50-second timer. We came down with about 30 seconds left to go. And we got about a 4-minute flight time. 384, 385 a cell, which is 49%. So you can push this bird to about 4.5 minutes on the throttle doing the same flying. Or if you really dial the power back and we're just cruising around, you can get 4-minute 45, maybe 5 minutes, but definitely 4.5 on the flying we did today. I'll put the screenshot in the bottom right hand corner of the top speed. This one got 79 miles per hour, and that's a good general top speed because that was taken during just our maneuvers and some of our flying around. We could have took it up high and dove it harder and got a better top speed than that, but that's just a good reading on our top speed for this plane. So my final impression on this Yak 130, very compact. If it's looking for a jet that you just want to throw in your car and not have to take the wings off in most vehicles, you can just throw it in there, take it out, fly it around, and don't need a big space to fly it. Definitely great for that. The flight time is really nice as well. The suspension is good. Only two really drawbacks I would maybe say on this bird. One is you'll notice even with that 6S 3300, the battery compartment is kind of limited on space. So you can't put too big of a battery in there even if it's close to the same weight as this one. And also the top end performance. It's got a lower kV motor, so going through the maneuvers, it didn't have that RPM to really climb through the maneuvers as far as just punching it and then trying to climb and do a maneuver. However, if you keep the speed up on it, it's definitely agile. It definitely has enough power, but it's going to equate to better flight time with a smaller battery, and it's going to, still give you plenty of sound. So if you're looking for a small bird, really budget friendly, and maybe a first jet, and you're wanting something more scale, you're not wanting like a sport jet for your first jet, then this FMS Yak 130 is definitely one to look at. If you want to see future reviews on the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel while you're here. If you appreciate the flight review and the information we provided today, go ahead and push like on the video. I appreciate y'all watching, and we'll see you on the next one.